promoting open houses with invitations to the neighbors. Welcome to day 12 of our 25 days of GEOsential podcast series. In our last episode, we discussed how to showcase market stats with informative postcards. Today, we're taking a more community-focused approach with open house invitations, specifically invitations to the neighbors. Remember, GEOsential isn't just about printing postcards. We're combining postcards with strategy to help you get more business and work less. Whether you're reaching out to expired listings, FISBOs, or you just want to simply nurture your sphere, postcards can be a game changer. Let's talk about the neighbors. When you host an open house, you're not inviting potential buyers. You're inviting future sellers and also presenting an opportunity to them to select their next neighbor. They may be in the market to move themselves, and you want the opportunity to be in front of them, and they could also know someone who is looking to move to the neighborhood. And yes, maybe they're just curious about what homes in the neighborhood are selling for. Either way, inviting the neighbors to your open house is a low-cost, high-return strategy to expand your reach. And here's why it works. It builds word of mouth, right? Neighbors are your first line of defense when trying to generate buzz for an open house. If they like the property and want fun neighbors, they'll tell others. It positions yourself as the local expert. By sending invitations, you reinforce your presence in the neighborhood and show that you are the agent who's actively working in the area. It also helps increase foot traffic. Most neighbors aren't interested in buying, but they might stop by to see what's new and help spread the word, or even strike up a conversation about thinking about selling their house. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, right? With GEOsential, you can automate the process of sending these invitations. Simply select the neighborhood around the listing, upload your own open house postcard, and let GEOsential do the rest. Remember, the secret to making this doable is a system. If you need the visual, just hang on to this video if you're watching it already on our YouTube or Facebook channel. I'm going to link it right here behind it for the step-by-step tutorial. Then log into geosential.com and follow the steps that you'll see here. If you're on the podcast, don't worry, we're going to link it to the show notes. In our next episode, we'll dive into a strategy to share your success, testimonial postcards. So stay tuned for day 13, and I'll see you then. Well, let's roll out the red carpet and get some people invited to our open house. I am starting out in Canva, but I am sure you could find something in the design portal as well. I'm going to go with open house invitation in Canva. Let's see what we come up with. And there's actually a whole bunch of 5 templates. I am shocked. All right. Well, let's go with this one right here, because why not? And then I'm sure we can make it something that makes sense for us. So those colors obviously are not going to do it for me, but that's okay. We're going to just play with it a little bit and make it ours. So first up, this one here looks like a background, so I'm going to take this off. And I do like this kind of like a letter, making it look like a letter at least. Just let's get a square instead. And then we'll send it to the back so we can straighten it out a little bit. All right. And then we're gonna all group this one here together. Because there you go. Let's create a group. All right. Oh, we're getting there. And then we're gonna take this image, because our house images are oftentimes kind of long, right? Or rectangular, I should say. Let's see if we got maybe one. Maybe something like this. And then now it's just a matter of playing around with some of these colors. think a simple white on black. All right. 1, 2, 3, Main Street, open house. You're invited to an open house in celebration of our, let's see, of your future new neighbors. When this would look better this way. It's the little things in life, right? Let's see. I feel like this looks a little bit more. And then we're just gonna turn this one the other way. Easy enough. And then this one, make it a little bit lighter. RSVP, not required. And then you can give a name. Available is. All right. Let's see what else we can do. Maybe we add an envelope. Add an envelope. Oh, look, a nice red envelope. I'm gonna have to make our. Oh. Let's see. What do we think? It's gonna look better in the front or in the back? It's gonna look better in the front. All right, and this is gonna look better in the center. Who knew? Now here is a little trick for the back image. I'm gonna cover this one in black. And then backwards. There you go. So this is just gonna make the image in the back a little bit less visible. And then I can change all of this to this nice popping red color as well. Okay, so this way it's all a little bit more on brand. And of course you can change the envelope to your brand colors if you like. Oops. Okay. And then we could also then put the address on here for the recipient. So I'll show you that one in the print portal, which is actually really fun. Okay. And then you are invited to a exclusive tour of the 3 Street. Presenting to you an exclusive opportunity to tour 123 Main Street with your family or friends that you think would make a great addition to this awesome community. After, let's say, 15 or 35 years, this home is now on the market, and it has never looked this good. Don't let this exclusive sneak peek opportunity pass you by. Come see it during the neighbors only open house hour or during the public open house. Alright. And then we're gonna get details, date and time. Okay. And there you have it. Oh, don't need that. Quick invitation, nothing crazy on this one. Just want to make sure you swap out the image in the back and good to go. All right, assuming we are good, I'm gonna go ahead, and this is now becoming a template inside GEOsential. So you see how you can literally save so much time, unless of course you love creating things in Canva as much as I do, but all of this is time consuming. It does add up. And well, frankly, this is not a money making activity. So let's go ahead and download, assuming, right, everything is all good and done. And sure, you can add more things on the front if you wanted to. I'm not looking to. And I'm going to hop over to our print portal. Inside our print portal, we're going to go into Save Projects. And I'm going to show you how to bring in this open house invitation. Fantastic way to really reach the neighbors. So we're going to go ahead to Postcards. And then our 5.5 by 8.5 is typically what we use for lead generation. If you're on the light plan, those are accessible to you. Same with the 4x6s. And then there's a panoramic one that is not free to print, so just keep that in mind. Open house, invite, letter, best. And then they print free, and all you cover is the postage, which right now for the 8.5 by 5.5 is a first class stamp. So let's upload the 2 pictures, images that we just got from Canva. Just a simple drag and drop. And then we're going to do the back. Let's see. There you go. Just get it positioned in here. Oh, obviously I should have filled that one out in Canva. If you ever like have something where you're like, oh, I forgot about it.
There is a way to go about it here, which either you just leave the text off or use a basic shape function. Select the basic shape you want, drag it over what you're trying to hide, and then just use the color and away it goes, okay? So same here, you could just say, oh, you're invited to tour, and I could then change this. Again, this is a test for you to just see how it works, so keep that in mind. One of the things that I will show you on this one is what if I wanted to personalize it? So let's say I want to send it to the neighbors. I'm going to click on merge field, and I'm going to use the recipient's name. Okay, so if I use this one here, it will replace the recipient's first name. I could also do to the owners of, and then the recipient's address. So I'm going to do that actually. So I'm going to select text, add a text box, to the owners of, and then street. And then I'm going to position this one on my envelope right here. Now, this is a little bit of a large text for this, so I'm going to push it down. Let's see. I kind of like it up there. Just keep in mind, like if the street is very, very long, it might go all the way over. I'd like it to stay on the flap here if I can. Let's see if we can. There you go. To the owners of, and then their address. And now it would be personalized for every single person that gets this. So if I send it to 123 Main Street, it would say to the owners of 123 Main Street. Okay. If I wanted to add the owner's name, I could do that simply by selecting the first and last name of the recipient. So I could say last name to the, and then last name, residence. Okay, so it would fill it in to the last name, residence. Obviously, I make it a little smaller. Okay, so this way it would fill it in, look something like that. And I could also change the color. Let's say I wanted white instead of that, or I wanted it bold. I wanted to have a different font. All of that is possible here. Okay. So lots of fun to play around with it, personalize it, and it definitely is something that grabs attention this way. So since now we have merge items on here, we want to make sure we're sending it through an automation, okay? And I want to put my QR code actually on there. So let's hop on back. So if you forget something, just like I did, don't worry, it's okay. I forgot to put my smart QR code on here, so don't want it to print blank, right? Just gonna drag it right here. And then there you go. Now we can go ahead and go to our saved automations. Create a new automation and a drip. Invite. Again, it's a test for me, just so you can see how easy it can be. I'm going to add an item. And here is our test postcard. So we want to add this, and then I'm going to link it to our home evaluation tool. Again, this one here allows you to start an automated follow-up email drip. If you're a pro user, if you're a light user, you have to figure out how to follow up with the opt-ins. And if we are pushing buttons too fast, I guess that's what happens there. There you go. Okay. Got this one in here. Now all we got to do is manage the recipients. Again, if you have a list uploaded for people inside that farm, you could use that. If you have to, let's see, nearest neighbors, could do that. There's a nearest neighbor automation for the 5 nearest neighbors that I could have selected. Lots of different ways to go about it. You can enroll one-off contacts if you want to invite leads, buyer leads back that you've seen, okay? So you can connect your group or your mailing list. You can enroll one-off contacts, hit activate, and it's going to get into the print queue. So hopefully this was helpful, and I'll see you in our next tutorial.